आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hi everyone, so we are given with a question which says using de Broglie hypothesis, we need to explain with the help of a suitable diagram Bohr's second postulate of quantization of energy levels in hydrogen atom. So here it is Bohr's second postulate of quantization. And in the second part of the question, it says the ground state energy of hydrogen atom is minus 13.6 electron volt. What are the kinetic and potential energies of the electron in this state? So let's begin with the first part. First, let's understand what exactly is the statement of Bohr's second postulate and what is its mathematical form. So we can write Bohr's in its second postulate. Bohr's second postulate speaks about electron will revolve in only those orbit in which its angular momentum, that is L, is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. Here h is Planck's constant and 2 pi is a constant over here, and n is an integer value. So n belongs to 1, 2, 3 and so on. N is an integer value. Alright, so here we can say in the Bohr's second postulate, it has given the probability of finding an electron. So that is electron will revolve only in those restricted orbit in which the angular momentum, that is L represented by is the integral multiple of h by 2 pi, or this can be written further this way, that is angular momentum can be written as mvr, and that is equals to nh by 2 pi. So this is what the Bohr's postulate has been given in its second postulate. Alright, let's say this is our equation number 1. So we have to prove this equation using de Broglie's hypothesis. So let's come back to the principle of de Broglie. So de Broglie is spoken about, that is whenever a particle moves, a wavelength is associated with it. So we can say whenever an electron moves, so it is associated with some wavelength. Alright, so we can say its hypothesis give us the result that lambda is equals to h by p, or we can write it as h over mv. Alright, now using this hypothesis, de Broglie proved that the whatever Bohr said in its second postulate is true. So let's try to visualize what exactly de Broglie did. De Broglie argued, so we can write a point over here. De Broglie said the electron revolving in an orbit forms standing wave pattern, or we can say it forms a stationary wave pattern, which we have already studied about. So we can write, we can visualize a given situation over here with the help of a diagram. So we can say let's suppose we have an atom in which a nucleus is, we can see in the center, and electron is making a wave pattern of it. So we can say over here, de Broglie said that when our electron covers one circumference, around the one circumference, one revolution, so we can say it covers a total distance of 2 pi r. Alright, and this distance is associated with integral wavelength. This is what de Broglie said. So whatever we can say clearly over here, n is nothing but it is an integer value over here. So we can write the value of n will be again 1, 2, 3 and so on. It cannot be in fraction or decimal. So we can say whenever electron is moving over here, so electron is associated with some wavelength over here, and it is an integral in number. As we can see, one wave is this, another is this, and another is this. 3 waves we can see it over here. So we can clearly see that. So from this statement and this argument of de Broglie, we can clearly see that whenever an electron revolves in the orbit, so it is associated with some wavelength, and that wavelength should be integral multiple of lambda. Alright, so that's what de Broglie said, and it should not be any value other than integer value. Alright, so if it is so so there will be a point of destruction and there will be no wave pattern formed. Alright, so this is the necessary condition for it. Therefore we can say now, if we write this value further, from de Broglie hypothesis which we have stated over here, that is, let's say this is our equation number above, which we have stated above. So from there we can write, therefore 2 pi r will be equals to, and lambda can be written as h by mv. So since we can say over here, since by de Broglie lambda is nothing but it is h by mv over here. So from here we can say, therefore the value, if we rearrange the terms, so we can say mvr will be equals to nh over 2 pi. So this is what the Bohr's second postulate we have derived from de Broglie's hypothesis. Alright, so this is what the first part of question is about. So we have proved it, or we can write it as this way also. This is mvr is nothing but it is angular momentum only. Alright, so first part of the question has been done. Now for the second part, we have been given that the ground state energy of hydrogen is minus 13.6 electron volt. So we need to calculate kinetic energy and potential energy of it. So we know about a relation, that is, we can write for the second part of the question we are solving now. So total energy expression has been given by the formula minus 13.6 divided by n square into z, where z is the atomic number, n is principal quantum number. So for hydrogen atom the value of z is 1 only. So we can say this expression can be written as, it's been given also that total energy has been given as minus 13.6 electron volt. Alright, so this is what the value of energy has been given. So we can say kinetic energy is nothing but it is negative of total energy. Alright, so we can write this can result into 13.6 electron volt. Also we have been asked to calculate about potential energy. So potential energy is nothing but it is negative of 2 times kinetic energy, which gives us the result as minus 27.2 electron volt. So this is what the value of kinetic and potential energy we are getting for the second part of the question. So I hope you have understood the concept and thank you for watching.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।